Yeah, we got the crappy yellow light, so that means it's after 4:30. It's quite a bit actually. And yes, I did go shopping. Thank you for asking. But there's a story about that. But anyway, the thing is, I come home and Coco's ear was cut, bloody. I was like, what the hell happened? Now, Coco is quite a frisky cat. She does have her weeks. It comes and goes where she doesn't want like any male cat near her at all. And some of them get that, but unfortunately Adamski does not. So they have been known to, like, fight. Not big fight, not like, it's just normal. It's just like, I'm horny, fuck off. It's like that with a slap, I suppose. I suppose if you got slapped by a woman with, like, those long fake 80s nails, I don't know. But yeah, it's like, what the hell? It's like never like that, and I'm like, what the hell happened? And I'm like, fuck's sake. I leave the house like one extra time. Actually no, it'd be normal. Before the old COVID shit, I used to leave the house like once a week to visit my parents. So that was about anywhere between 5 and 8 hours, So, I was like, what's been going on? I've only been out the house an hour. Maybe an hour and 15 minutes, I know. But, that's really spooked me, that has. No, it's nothing that looks particularly infectious or anything like that. But no, I don't want to see my cat's blood ever. Happy life, never see any of their blood ever. There you go. Although Amy did get her tail shut in the door once, and yeah, that did graze it. That's in the other house now. Ooh, and they've completely removed all that nice plain wallpaper. It was like that really light coffee colour that was all the rage. I don't know what that is actually. What the hell was that? HS. I think we haven't been ejecting the card. I think that's an error on the card now. So look, it's completely fucked it up. Whatever. What the hell is that HS? I found a lethal Commodore 64 virus. It destroys your data, even though the C64 can't access most of it. That's why you need the file browser program for the SD to IC. I'm not sure how many directory entries you can actually have, because you can just have no directories on the SD to IC and no disk images, and just have like PRG, Dell and SEQ files. Yeah. So it's saying it's a PRG. That's very weird. I know what that is. The other, Scary Monsters. I don't know why it's called HS though. Because I loaded up the single PRG crack for Scary Monsters. I didn't run it, and then I typed save after swapping the SD cards around. I don't know why. But anyway, whatever I typed, it didn't accept it. It said out of memory error. I was like, well, that's a bit weird. If you've got enough memory to load something in, so it must be the code for like where the loading and saving routines are in the ROM kernel, etc. They must have been overwritten, because when you do .8, .1, it actually loads in all the memory that had been modified since you know, startup. And that's why you do save whatever, .1, .1. I don't think, yeah, you don't actually have to, you can just type save whatever and it will work if you're using a tape. 1 is the default value, I don't know. Let's check out endless waffling. See what I did there? It's great, isn't it? Yeah, okay, that's going to take quite a while. I think it's a commercial game. There was a story behind this game. It's either a sequel to another odd game that I found, or prequel, or it's just done by the same programmer. Yeah, one-man band job kind of thing. Well, I've been listening to some ST chip tunes today. What did we listen to? Mastertronics Outcast. We listened to that. It's also called Renegade, but I got it when it was Outcast. $9.99 I believe, and they came in a cardboard wallet. Which brings me to another thing that really fucking annoyed me today. Because I was like, Sidewinder. Why is it the music for Sidewinder in the YM archive? So I was like, okay, let me check out Sidewinder on the ST. Because I was like, only had it bloody hell. Only had it on the Amiga, and I went on eBay. Fucking Sidewinder is between £100 and 150 quid for the Amiga. Because the loading music on the Amiga is the music that's playing with software sample playback on the ST. And it has the same sample sound effect explosions from Battlestar Galactica episode, I think it's either 1, well technically it's in the first, mega long movie. Yeah, anyway, it's from Battlestar Galactica the movie, which is episodes 1 to 3 of 1978 Battlestar Galactica. Now, unfortunately, I've used my CRT glasses in the outside world, so this is not good. I was going to say, it doesn't seem to say what to press to go to the next screen. Right, okay, something about choppers. What's going on with contact? What does contact mean? Right, okay, so it's only like one page. between, I think it's just the next bit when it shows all them things. No. So I don't understand what pressing the space bar to do contact, whatever that means. Fire button, yeah, that's not really a good explanation actually. Anyway, let's give it a go. See, the F5 key does work. So someone said to me your peaks for the F5 key coming up like as nothing when you press it. Okay, joystick port 2 maybe. I thought it was an early game. Oh no, it's that kind of thing, isn't it? What's going on there then? Can I fire sideways? Oh, you can only fire down. Well, that's a bit rubbish. Let's get out of here then. About here, maybe. Right. Ah, come on! It's a bit risky, that is. It's kind of a fiendish game, I would say. Alright, so they take him out too. There might be another one here somewhere. Right, okay. You can fire off loads of rockets and they seem to be unlimited. But here, you see, you've got a problem. It's like playing Scramble. You just the bombs, mate. Just the bombs. So you have to be right at the top to have a chance of like getting them with your rockets, because they only go down. Imagine Airwolf with no chain guns. Exactly. That's all you need to know. I don't need to explain it anymore. Airwolf with no chain guns. That's what this game is, but it's still better than the official Airwolf game. As an Airwolf type game. Now Airwolf, the licensed computer game, I don't understand what pressing space does, so but we're getting into the game. What happened there then? I don't like this game, bollocks. So yes, I did have a coffee with a heaped teaspoon rather than a third of a teaspoon of coffee powder. I don't even care what bloody coffee it is. Obviously I bought the one I like, but that's neither here nor there, mate. Managed to find phyllo pastry. So I bought 3 packets of those because my mum wanted one. And I've got enough stuff to use 2 of them, like fillings. So technically, if I wanted to have baklava, which is not how you're supposed to pronounce it, unless that is actually something else. But what you understand, what I just said, that thing, because when I say something, it conjures up an image. Okay. Oh, we're going to play soccer pinball. Just remember that. Oh, have I got a special for you now? Official licensed conversion. Here we go. Get my swearing voice ready. I've already seen screenshots of this game. I think you should share the horror. And I think I should celebrate with a bit more Coke Zero. Which luckily they did have in stock in sufficient numbers for about 3 months. Right, so we're going to need the CRT glasses, and there we go. Oh, it's a silent thing. I thought it was still loading. Ah, bloody hell. Oh, something pissed me off yesterday. After I did the last video where I said, well, I'm not sure I mentioned it actually, where in between turning the camera off and on, someone had knocked on my car and asked if the old car is for sale. Now you can't see the actual classic cars in the garage, and I use that term very loosely, as loose as the anus on a man who has salmonella infested vindaloo every day. That's alright, woman as well. Just didn't really want to picture that, but I don't know. Stop moaning, almost done. So I tell you something, this game is not going to improve in any way whether I do or don't have a roll up whilst playing the game. None whatsoever. In fact, if that was a couple of variables in a bit of program, you would say 50% memory in that case on those two variables, because you'd compress it, because they're both bloody identical, mate. Exactly identical to the 8-bit digital level. Now where's my bloody pocket fire? Why don't they call lighters pocket fire? Because that's what it is. Instant fire in your pocket. Well, I do like these lines. I wouldn't mind writing a routine where, you know, it's like a fake loading game. Yeah, okay, press Commodore to stop and go ball. I'd even forgotten what this was. How stupid of me, because, yes. Now, I'd never heard of Time Scanner. It just came up in a game-based search in a category of games I was looking at. It was just out of interest, and I was like, as soon as I heard read the name, I was like, yeah, Time Scanner, wasn't that a thing? I'm sure that's like an arcade game. I went and clicked on it, and can you tell what it is yet? Okay, well, it's not actually loading. Okay. Why did it say please wait, still loading? So that's a cock up. Immediately we got a cock up on top of another cock up, so it's a threesome at least MMF, because there's double cock here. It's like it's saying it's loading when it isn't, and that's not like a loading screen that's part of the crack. So I press space and now it's loading Volcano. What a fucking idiot designed this. Well, it's all in Spectrum graphics. No, sorry, it's not in Spectrum graphics. It's in Commodore cheap shit 1 kilobyte character based so-called incorrectly Spectrum graphics mode, where all the colours actually, I could be wrong about that, it could be high-res bitmap mode. Yeah, because they're not multicolored. They're definitely in high res there. So I probably wrote down the keys. Look at that. Looks like a fucking... If I put the sound off, that there looks like what you expect from something like Robtech's King Size, which is 25 shit games, but slightly less shit than the 50 games on Cassette 50 compilation. As far as what's being displayed on the screen, I could do better myself in BASIC. And I'd find a way around that. Don't you worry about that, mate. And I wouldn't have these shit colours anyway. It wouldn't look this shit. Oh, fuck. Bet the arcade game looks nothing like this. I'm pressing the usual things that you... Is it a joystick game? Right, well I've pressed space, which is fire on joystick 1. Right, none of the function keys do anything. Control key does nothing. Space does nothing. Commodore key does nothing. And I've tried both the shift keys and they do nothing. There's absolutely nothing happening on the screen. So what you have to press, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's not going to be a number key. Run stop. It's so dumb if it would. Right. So S fires the ball. Look at that fucking idiotic. Right, so that is obviously I think it's crashed. So that must be tilt. Fucking hell, that's horrible. Right, so O and W and S to fire the ball. I pressed S, which is to fire the ball. Oh, fucking pathetic game. Fucking hell. I could do better on a fucking ZX81, mate. And actually, because it wouldn't be so garish, it would be better. Fuck off. So what are you supposed to do here? Is there a bunch of flippers here? What a terrible fucking game. So space actually nudges. Pelvic thrust, innit? That was a thing in the 70s. You'd ask a girl if she's good at pinball. If she said yes, it's like, well, I'm in for a real wild ride tonight. I bet they used to say. And at that point, they probably start worrying about the shag pile carpet they just had fitted a week ago. No idea what's going on. I don't want to play this game anymore. Right. I was actually going to load soccer pinball. That is not worth the cassette it's written on. That time scanner. I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. same mediocre tune going on and on and on the title page while we play the game. So therefore I'm pretty sure it's the same whatever shit table in quotes. Yeah, trying to navigate directories while getting the last of your Coke Zero out of the can. It's not a good idea. What am I doing there in the pinball thing? I specifically copied them there too. Right. So, soccer pinball. Now, first time I saw this game was either on the Amstrad live stream or a Spectrum one. I can't remember actually. In fact, the only Spectrum live stream I know of is N. Jenkins. So, I'll be careful of this. Cut yourself on the shards of glass where these super tacky chrome struts are glued onto the table. This table's badly designed. Each pedestal, so the one on the left and the one on the right, consists of one outside chrome strut, I suppose, and the struts have no structure the way they've done it, because they're two separate metal pieces between three panes of glass. They've just glued the metal to the glass, so that's a shit idea. They should have made these, you know, these glass shelves, the middle and the bottom one. Yeah, I'm not going to show you, there's loads of crap on the floor. And for some reason there's G for antibacterial, which I couldn't find in the shops. And when you have 7 cats, it's nice to be well stocked up on things like that. You never know what's going to happen, mate. Sometimes it could be your fault. Sometimes your cat sits on you simply because he wants to go out, specifically to do a bit of pee-pee, and you don't realise it. So when you do get up to go and make a roll up, he's decided, well, he's not going to let me out. So, but luckily there's a litter tray in this room, and there isn't a litter tray in this room. In his mind there is. So I was like, I heard this, I thought it was a fucking radiator leaking. I was like, no, the cat. So I grabbed him, and it's like having a fucking 6-month-old baby, mate. It's like, yeah, I've heard stories like where mums and dads have picked up the baby to change him from a poo, I guess, and he hasn't quite finished, and then you take the nappy off and he pees on you. That's the thing. So you can't really, yeah, at the end of the day, that's just how they are, which technically is like saying he is what it is, and we've discussed what that means earlier today. Right, space to move, right, one player, blah blah blah. Okay. So no option to redefine the keys or anything. Okay, so your usual suspects, shift keys, do help. The fact that they've been assigned to them, that's what I mean. But also they help because they're well positioned on the C64 keyboard. Actually, it's quite comfortable. So it's quite simple. Space to fire the ball, and left and right shift to move the flippers. I don't know if there's anything else going on here. This is immediately more fun to play than that shitty time scanner. Absolute shit. What? Fart sound is right, mate. Ball lost. So basically, it's not a bad pinball game. It just happens to be themed in the, in the old, like the world of football, I guess. I'm not going to say soccer. Where I come from is called football. And why isn't that a bloody golf for me? So, yeah, someone just said, should we do a pinball game? No, I already done a pinball game. Ah, crap. I don't like that being that wide, said the man after his blind date of casual sex. You shouldn't do that. I never used to do the old casual sex thing. You fucking crazy. There was AIDS when sex was a thing on my mind, along with playing video games, not specifically on a computer, arcade games, anything really. Ooh. This is much more playable than Time Scanner. So it plays as nice as a Mastertronic 3D pinball. Features and all that, so that's fine. It's just the graphics for me are nicer on the Mastertronic one. But OP to move. See, it's a really dumb thing. What about the left? They should have just left it as shift and space. There we go. A bit of corruption there, but that's not bad actually. Really need to invest in a reset cartridge for my C64. I really need to find my action replay. So I think an action replay would be quite useful, and I think they have disk commands in there. I think you can get a directory via the action replay menu, so you wouldn't have to wipe out your own program that you're coding. Yeah, so let's just move all the manuals out the way. I still haven't found that, what's it called? Sprites and Sound on the Commodore 64. I haven't found that book yet. When I find that book, we'll be doing some more different coding things that I want to try out. Where's all the Quattro stuff? So I've done, I've done wacky darts. So yeah, I'm quite happy with the dart situation on the C64. Now that I've got the controls on the inlays, there's now 3. So, C64 turns out is well covered. So we had Quick Snacks, and I didn't play that. So we did play Spike. They're all mixed up now. I think I tried Pro Boxing. We've just done Soccer Pinball. And there's some Quattros here. Guardian Angel. It's like E.T. on the VCS, if you want to be like that. What is it? We've done Captain Dynamo. These cassettes are going to fall. We've done Big Nose, so we've definitely done that pile. So there's only 2 Quattros here. Let's have a look. What is this? These are the Quattros we have done. Yeah, that's... oh no, actually, this is Megastars, right. I've already played Sky High Stuntman. I've done CJ's Elephant Antics to death. I don't know if I've played Little Puff. And Bigfoot is a horrendous game. So 2 I've already done. 1 is definitely shit, and 1 may or may not be shit. I can't remember, to be honest. Yeah, we've done Poltergeist. Done that, so all of that's been done. So there must be more Quattro stuff here. Here we go. So, right, I've done BMX Simulator to death. Like Pro Snooker Simulator, the screenshots look absolutely crap. But, Pro Ski looks interesting. Grand Prix, I've done that, it's alright. Graphics could be a bit better. Don't know. Going under the bridge, not seeing where you're going, that's the biggest problem with that one. The BMX Simulator is fantastic. It's fantastic on the Atari, the C64, and by Atari I mean 800 XL, Amstrad. Trying to think of any other versions that were multicolour. Honestly, can't remember if I ever played it on the Amiga or ST. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check them out on YouTube when the projector goes back on. But at the moment, with the X-Files, there's no Annabeth Gish, Agent Reyes or something like that. Because she's she guest stars on some of the episodes in season 8. Season 9, apparently she becomes a regular member of the cast. Mulder's been sacked from the FBI, as I understand it. And Scully, she's on maternity leave, and she's decided she's not coming back, which we find out because some blonde woman, yeah, she was blonde, short blonde hair, came in, was talking to Jason Patrick, the T-1000 guy from Terminator 2, Agent Doggett, and she says, "Oh, this is embarrassing. Didn't they tell you I'm your new partner?" So actually, unless you're actually nuts about that particular actor who played the T-1000, then projector off is specifically what I said. So I think we're just going to play quick snacks. TLDR, we're just going to play quick snacks. Probably in here. No, it's one of the ones where I had to like move stuff around. So fast food is here, but yeah, quick snacks. There you go. Fast food wouldn't fit in there. Well, that's a bit ominous. Yeah, there was no pita bread, so buying a kebab, which I probably would never do again anyway, due to a complete lack of quality. I come from London, mate, and I'm an expert at picking out good kebab shops. Probably a national pastime for my parents in the 70s when they lived here. Although I personally used to prefer fish and chips, I do remember that. Friday takeaway, my dad in the Citroen GS, I believe. Literally looks like an upside down jelly mould thing. Anyway, we'd go in the kebab shop, so we'd park up. It was dark. I think it was actually raining. You could see the tail lights on the car, so he went in the kebab shop. I wonder if that kebab shop is still on that road. It's called 4th Street. It's technically in Ponders End in London. No, it's a place called Angel Edmonton. Okay. Anyway, went in there, ordered our kebab. Blah blah blah, come out there across the road, went into the chip shop. I was fascinated by the halogen lights in the stainless steel cabinets, and I remember being so short that I couldn't really see much over the counter. Anyway, we got my fish and chips. waited in the queue, my hands on the glass as you do, warm them up in it. It's free heating. And yeah, went back to the kebab shop, collected our kebab, went into the car, come home, I had my fish and chips, the rest of my family had their kebab. And they say, don't you want any kebab? No, thank you. Let's just say no. I don't know how to play the game, to be honest. I was hoping for docs. Okay, it's interesting. It's a bit bubble bobby. Well, bubble bobbly. It just sounds weird. That sounds even more weird. Right, let's easy at the weekend. Every day's a weekend for me. Just happens to be a nightmare one, that's all. I think I need to top up the boiler. I don't think the heating's coming back on. Feels cold enough. But then I'm sitting on the coldest side of this enormous room. The side that doesn't have a radiator. It is a bubble bobble wannabe. Okay, bubble bobble, not so much. Bomberman, very much. Okay, how do I get more bombs? Right, okay, now this is a problem because I don't know what I've got to do. Right, there's these tiny things, I presume I've got to collect them. Right, okay. So it's like Nibbler and temporary Bomberman. Oh, you have to collect all of them. Right, okay. Okay, didn't seem to do anything for my speed. I presume you have to get to the other side, yeah? Come here, little dick. I'm trying to save you, man. Oh, crap. So this is where the problem comes. When they actually catch up. Can we go through here? No. Good thing as well. So what are those things then? Maybe they're only open when you collect everyone. So that's just, he's going that way anyway. So I'm going to be heading that way. Like I said, I don't know how. Ah, crap. It's a bit of a Benny Hill chase going on here now. I don't know if you actually have to get all of them. So the colours are horrible. If they'd done like something other than a purple background there, mine looked alright. Maybe like blue. Maybe gone for a gauntlet style colour palette. Possibilities are truly endless when the output is sampled at 0 to 15, so 4-bit possibilities. C64 only has a 4-bit colour palette, just so you know. It's a very odd one too. Okay. They must be like extra bomb. Yeah, they are. Look, you're carrying a bomb now. Right, okay. So, okay. And I bet he will eat them things. I bet he's not vegetarian, that thing. Does remind me of a computer game character. Only when they're going left and right. I can't remember which one. There we go. Okay, so it didn't. Alright. I do like this game. And now what do I do? Alright, that's what happens. Okay. So, you can actually go to the portal and get rid of some. But, in a way that's bad because you don't realise that you haven't got all of them. So maybe if the screen border flashed. Hey, I went over him. Yeah, when they're facing the screen kind of thing like that as they're coming down, they do remind me of something. And it's not flak, or not flak, frack. Oh no, we don't want to be there. I think it's the last one. I've got to check now, make sure there's no other one. So that's a bit of a mistake. But it's a nice game. And for a budget game as well. I quite like this game. And as an added bonus, it's a budget game. I'm not saying I like it, you know, it's all right for a budget game. It's quite good for a budget game. I'm saying it's quite a good game. So I think we can say the really hideous colour palette, the sprites are fine. The hideous colour palette options they've chosen, I think we can forgive them because it is a budget game. Even here, why would you have a red background? Oh, we're on Mars. This looks shit. Red, yellow and green. So this bit is fine. I think it picked before I pressed fire because I was like, oh, is this like... So maybe they're trying to do like a cartoon style effect by having these like wacky colours in quotes. Right, well he's just come this way, and I think finding them is just going to be more and more difficult. Right, so there's one there. Yeah, you little shit. Right, okay, he's going down there. So not really working out how they decide. That was a bad choice. That was definitely a bad choice. There we go. Ooh, there's a lot of them about. See, they just happen to be on my path. Yeah, I think what will happen is either they'll eat them once you've got them. It's a bit weird because why aren't they eating them now? I think they just released them. Maybe we're kidnapping these tiny little wee fairy type things. Okay. Right, okay. So if they see the colour choices do affect this business here, that should be much more obvious. Turquoise and green and yellow. They're all kind of much of a muchness. I do like that term, sir. It's all a bit much of a muchness. So the sprites are really nice. See, if you had an action replay, that's what happens. They break the chain, so they just get flung somewhere else. Do they? Or do they run away after being flung? Is that what it is? So that it becomes more difficult. That way we're going. There's definitely no more over here. Hey, it's a fun game. Yeah, it's a good game idea. It's a shame the person picking the colour palette was actually colour blind. So there's still more of them somewhere. Don't know where. Control's fine, which is good because the maze is a bit awkward. There you go. Come on, buddy. We've got to get out of here, innit? Oh no! See, that's probably why they've done the maze. Like, oh, he's thrown him completely out. I'm doing my best, mate. So if they've just done different colours, it would elevate it to a full price game. Okay, I didn't want to go up there. I don't know what that means. Oh right, okay, that's like Pac-Man style. Yeah, okay. So it is easy to play. I don't know how many levels there are. Well, you can see how many levels. There's loads of levels. So I bet it's easy to learn, hard to master. It is me picking. I wanted a fireball. Yeah, it's actually, yeah, I like it. And I quite like the background colours on this level, actually. Not everything has to be realistic. They're not quite, they're stylish, actually. They're not garish, they're stylish. There you go. Is that to help me, those things banging around? Okay, he jumped through the wall, actually. I didn't like that. Didn't like that, sir. Ah, he's a new type of enemy. So already we've got a new type of enemy, which is putting me right off this game. Okay, so I only got one, but there's loads up here, look. So that's the monster generator, so it doesn't constantly generate monsters, so it probably is like Pac-Man. Well, there's one there for a start. So yeah, this level is nice. It's a bit more difficult than the others, but the colours are much nicer. So yeah, someone should really, and it's such a trivial thing to go in here and change the code where it sets the palette colours for each of the levels. I don't know why I'm going there, it's up there, isn't it? They disappeared off screen. So yeah, that'd be a full price quality game. That's all someone has to do. Oh, right, what have we got to do? I guess the guys are more important, are they? And the fruit is just a bonus. Can't even fault the music. The music is jolly. It's not my kind of music, but it goes with the game. Absolutely fine. So I can really see why people like quick snacks. See, it picks them at random, so you don't really. Maybe it only goes on a fireball once. That's a very open area. Could have very Benny Hill type chases going on there. Alright, you have to wait for them. See, if I just waited where I was, because you start on the opposite side, so they're leaking out of some dimensional rift, as they would say in Star Trek. So right, okay, so up there. Oh, look, another one's just appeared. Come here. Hey. So I collected 4. I think there's 8 on each level. So I can't go through the portal like that. So look, there's one coming towards us here. Do they go through the exits? So you have to be pretty well lined up on them. This is a really good game on the C64. Apart from the colour palette choices, they're really hideous. They don't even make sense, you know. Why would you be casting a medium blue shadow on a pink floor? Why? What kind of weird 70s lighting have you got going on in your house, mate? Oh, no. Now I just lost all of them. So we got about a third of the way through. I'm a star, mate. YouTube star. Yeah, that's me, innit? More like fuck. It's nice. It's a really nice game actually. I didn't really play C64 games when this was out in 1990. Probably stopped playing C64 games for 2.5 years. I stopped really playing C64 games by the summer of '88. Possibly the C64 just stayed there on top of the thing. I probably might have taken it out now and again, you know, because I did like the Sid tunes and all that. But yeah, no, that's really good.